We have Jay Bharti. Jay Bharti is an experienced development professional in wireless mobile technology with expertise in LTE mobile technologies. Her research interests are broadly in cellular IoT and upcoming 5G standards. She's going to talk to us about cellular IoT and its evolution. Please welcome Jay.
I hope you are very interested to learn more things about the Internet of Things. I think over the past few decades, we have seen a lot of disruptive technologies, starting from computers, Internet, that is the World Wide Web, and then it came the mobile technology, and then mobile Internet, and then Internet of Things, and then finally, we are stepping ahead towards Internet of Everything. Any guesses on what is Internet of Everything? Audience? Yes, that is Internet of Things. We are moving one step ahead now. Yes, this Internet of Everything is going to be an end-to-end ecosystem that is going to connect, process data, devices, and humans. This is just one step beyond Internet of Things. We are now heading towards that. So this Internet of Everything is going to be an trillion-dollar market for all the enterprise and also for the corporate sectors. It is going to transform our life and also going to affect the global economy in unprecedented way. I think it is going in an unimaginable way. We have to wait and watch what's going to happen. Let me have a small video.
Anticipated the early harvest, which told the servers to alert the trucks. And they arranged the new delivery time with the supermarket chain, which put the current stock of bananas on sale. So the shopping cart, just to be extra helpful, suggested a delicious dessert recipe. And that's how Cisco is connecting the Internet of Everything. When the band dropped a second encore, the guitar told the exits to tell the router to tell the last trains to hold. The wristbands of the biggest fans got invites backstage. When everyone thought the night was over, the stadium sent an exclusive track to the 30,000 phones in the house. And the band? They were pretty good too. Cisco is connecting the Internet of...
Yes. This video talks about how it is going to connect from a non-living being to a living being, the process and data, and how it is going to make life into a superior one. And we are going to be more smarter with all these technologies in place. And I'll show you some more lot of applications that are coming up in the IoT sector that is ranging from the smart home to the smart retail functionality and e-health, industrial IoT, which is heading towards the industry 4.0, where IoT will be the key element in making this happen, and smart cities. We are all working towards building a smart city for better traffic management. I hope everyone would have suffered a lot in reaching this part of this Bangalore, at least 1 or 2 hours in the heavy traffic. So all these smart city applications is going to change our life. And security, video surveillance, and fleet management, and there are a lot more. Actually, this IoT is driving a big race. There is a lot of consumer-driven applications are coming up. A lot of IoT startups are coming up to bring a lot of new applications for us. Yes, IoT looks very exciting. Do you all agree? I think we are all already using a lot of applications out of IoT, and we still expect more to come into a place. But there are a lot of challenges involved in making this a reality. That is what we are going to talk about today. For the IoT, there are core things needed for implementing an IoT solution. If you see the DNA of IoT, the devices, networks, and the applications. Devices. If you talk about devices, it will range from the sensors, utility meters, drones, and the wearables, and a lot of industrial controllers. There are a lot different types of IoT devices are present. All these devices have to connect to the application. See, the devices just give some data to the application. The application has to process those data. Where are these applications residing? They are residing in the internet. But how are these devices going to connect to the application? So connecting, do you think how many devices are going to be there in future? Any prediction? Yes, there are, the prediction and estimates is going in terms of billions. Like everybody is predicting from 20 to 40 billion devices by 2020. I think in future, everything it is going to expand. Then how are you going to connect these devices to the internet? That is a challenge. Let us see how are these devices going to connect. Let me tell you, do you have any, what are the technologies currently being used for the IoT devices to connect? Okay, let me go. The current device connectivity options are categorized into two broad ones with the low power wide area network technologies, and the other one is the cellular technologies, whatever we are using for our mobile networks. This LP WAN technologies are primarily designed for the long range and also for low power IoT devices. And cellular networks, we have been using it for the past 2 decades. It has presence almost in throughout the world, even in hilly terrains. So the cellular solution seems to be a more suitable option for connecting the IoT devices also. You can just put a 3G or a 2G or a 4G SIM inside your device and make it talk to the internet. So yes, we can use the cellular IoT, but the existing cellular technologies need some enhancements to make it work for the IoT devices. So let us see the various technologies involved for connecting the devices. There are a lot of low power wide area network technologies. I think you might have heard about Sigfox, LoRa, and a few other technologies like Wi-Fi, Zigbee. And there are a lot more coming up in this area like Thread, NFC, and RFID. All these technologies are working on the low power area, and they are working primarily on the unlicensed spectrum, and they consume less power. The device cost is quite less. But there are a lot of shortcomings in implementing this technology. But the first few shortcomings I'm going to list down, because they are still not yet standardized. Mostly it's kind of proprietary solutions, mostly developed in Europe, and for small solutions like as parking sensors and for smart meters. These solutions have already been tried out in few places already. But for the large-scale deployments of these technologies, it involves major infrastructure investments. That is what is preventing it to be used in a wider presence. And also the security. We have a lot of security built in our cellular networks. We may not be able to make a call once we cross our limit. We have a tight security. You have good authentication mechanisms. But when these technologies are there, they lack these Intuit technology. So because of these shortcomings, the cellular solution, I mean the cellular connectivity seems to be a very suitable option for connecting the IoT devices. And I will ask all of you, I think everybody is using a mobile connection either with the leading service providers like Airtel, Vodafone. So what are the general issues you face with the mobile network you use? Call drop. Any other things? Coverage. And one more important thing is your battery life. At this point, how many of your battery is showing more than 60%? Oh, fairly good. I think you have not used any data connection from the morning. I think you are all deeply engrossed with the sessions. But once you switch on your data, your battery drains like a hell. Because at the end of the day, you're looking, at least you need some minimal power to book an Uber or a Ola to reach your home. You need a minimal charge to reach home. So that becomes an important problem for us. So let me have a video played.
Oh, yeah!
Can you stop the video? Yeah, so this video clearly tells the sufferings if you don't have a good signaling connection, that everybody suffers when you are interior of the building, you lack mobile connectivity, you have to run after to your balcony to get a connection. So these are the key challenges that the cellular network has to solve. Because most of the IoT sensors, right, they will be deployed in some remote places. Somebody will be, we see the parking sensor, it could be on the basement. Some water meters could be underground. So with the existing cellular solution, we cannot use it for the, those kind of devices. So these challenges are being worked out by the cellular bodies. The key challenges involved here are, so we need for a longer battery life. Because at least we need to charge every 24 hours. But think about the sensors. Can it be charged daily? No, it is not possible. So most of the sensors will be battery operated. And we don't want to change it every frequently, at least within a year. So whatever devices we are installing in remote places, we want the battery life to be in terms of years. So the battery life tends to be around 10 years for most of the sensors which are deployed in the devices. So the battery life is important, and cost of the devices. Cost of the devices has to be less than $1,000. Only then you can use it for a smart bin solution, for a smart city management. If you're going to deploy a smart bin, you have to keep it in every street. You can't go for a costly device. So the device cost is quite important. And as we said about the coverage, and the diversity of use cases. See, a lot of devices talk in a different mode. Some send very few bytes of data every day. Some send heavy amount of data. If you take a video surveillance solution, it will be streaming live data. So you need a higher bandwidth and a higher capacity network. And also the scalability. That is what we are talking. So currently we are having millions of subscribers. Even with that, the current cellular network is not able to connect the calls in a highly concentrated area like this. But now it is going to be more devices here. How it is going to handle? So these are the key challenges. So the cellular bodies or the cellular standards are heavily working upon this challenge. The 3GPP, the standard body, the cellular networks, are working out on expanding its horizon beyond the mobile subscribers. Now it has started one step beyond the humans. It wants to connect the devices also. So 3 new flavors of technology have come up. That is for handling the IoT devices. One is the ECGSM IoT. Another is the evolution on the LTE network. Another is a brand new technology specifically for the IoT devices. Let us talk about more details on this. ECGSM IoT. This EC is an enhanced coverage GSM IoT. So we have been using GSM, that is the 2G network, for the past 15 to 20 years. And it has a wide presence, and the cost of the 2G device is also less. The only problem with the 2G network is that it has to improve the coverage and also the battery life. So the inactivity period for the devices are increased, because the smart meters are going to send data only once in a day. It is not going to send every 1 hour. So there is no signaling needed between the device and the network. So let us make the device sleep for a more period so that you can save up the battery. So the longer sleep cycles are being introduced. With this, with the smaller upgrade in the network, we will be able to use the 2G network for deploying a lot of IoT solutions. Something like smart bins I'm talking about, and even for smart meters, you can use the existing 2G technology. And the next flavor is on the LTE. So LTE is all aware, you're all aware about this. This is the latest wireless broadband speed technology that we are all using. And we are also experiencing good speeds with this technology. This 4G solution is already being used for about 10 to 20 million connected car solutions in North America. But in order to improve more deployments with the 4G, the standards are looking up to reducing the cost of the device. So they are introducing a new category chipsets called as Category M chipsets. These chipsets are primarily meant for machine-to-machine communication. That is, they call Category M devices. So they are very less complex. So they will be able to handle work in a less power mode. And also, they will have a longer battery life. And also, the speed, whatever we are experiencing with the 4G speed, the speed is kind of reduced to few kbps instead of Gbps speed that we get with the 4G network. So this will helpful for a lot of applications like connected cars and also for a smart grid solution. And for the solutions where you need high bandwidth, right, we can even use the existing 4G cellular network. The next, we have a brand new technology that was primarily designed for the IoT devices. That is the narrowband IoT technology. So this technology is primarily catered for the IoT. So this is going to be a great game changer for deploying the IoT solutions. This is targeted for low power, battery operated IoT devices where the data rates are going to be quite less. And they can operate on the existing 4G infrastructure, so you don't need any new infrastructure changes to use this solution. So this solution is currently being standardized, and we hope the deployments to happen in another 1 or 2 years. And we've been seeing a lot of new evolution in the cellular world. What are these are heading towards? They are heading, making a way for the good foundation for the 5G technology. So 5G is going to be a great interconnected ecosystem that is going to give a platform for connecting all the devices, humans, processes, and data, and it is going to bring about a major change in our life. So these are kind of a foundation for leveraging the existing network towards 5G. Let me summarize how the cellular revolution has happened. The cellular started from the existing 2G edge, and then the UMTS and also the 4G LTE network that are primarily meant for the mobile subscribers. And now it is making a next step to connect the devices with the new flavors with ECGSM, LTE-M, and the NB-IoT. And the next step will be towards the 5G, which is going to be a new era of a communication standard that is going to be available in 4 to 5 years by now. And this will bring us to connect the billions of IoT devices, and this IoT is going to be a $1 trillion market opportunity for all of us. And I would say that no one can escape from this IoT solution, and a life without a connected device, it's going to be, would be unimaginable. Thanks for your time.